Hi, you must be... Yes, that's correct, yes. This is your first royal visit to the Clemco agency, I assume. You've been here in the past to sign on for us, correct? Then, yes, I am your representative. You came last year, Yeah. So, currently, we know that you play for Chelsea. You're 18 years old, you're looking like a great player. I watch Chelsea, I'm a Chelsea fan, so I was well happy to have you on my sort of roster of players. So, just a quick one. I will introduce myself, my responsibilities for both you and the club you play for, and what this meeting is all about. So, my responsibilities in its core is to represent you, basically. I have to look after you. I'm in charge of all the contract talks and potential transfer opportunities for you. Now, as we have previously discussed, you are playing for Chelsea at the minute. I've been informed by them that you need to be sent out on loan. They don't see any plans for you at the minute, and so this meeting will be discussing current clubs that have been interested in you. I have had some loan offers for you, which is brilliant news. No transfer offers, which again is good news because it means that you'll still be a Chelsea player in essence. What else? I've got some notes just here to guide me through this. Yeah, they basically told me that they want you to get the necessary game time to further develop you in your career before you can then play for them, say in a year or two's time, which is great. So, to start, I will say that there has been 3 potential offers that I deem acceptable enough for a player of your quality. The first being PSV. Now, they are a Dutch team, they play in the Netherlands, and they are currently in the Champions League. Now, they want you as a backup player, which is a good role, but it's not brilliant. But then again, you are going to be playing for a top level club, especially in the Netherlands, and especially playing in the Champions League and maybe getting that sort of European opportunity. So, currently, or previously, I'm not entirely sure because I don't represent him myself, but Marco van Ginkel has played for PSV, and being a Chelsea player, he's one of the players that have also gone out there, so that's their sort of relationship. They like the midfielder players. You being a winger is quite a good role for them. However, they do have 1 or 2 wingers already. Now, they've spoken to me, I've spoken to them. They are willing to offer you £12,000 a week, plus an extra £5,000 in a loyalty bonus if you sign permanently at the end of the contract. So the contract will last 1 year. So from this point onwards until, I believe, the 15th of June 2018. There is no goal or game bonus in this contract. It's quite straightforward. So take that on board. You'll be earning £12,000 a week, which is, I think, the wages that you're on currently, correct? I think I've got it noted down on this piece of paper. Yeah. So you're currently on £12,000 a week, which they'll subsidise all of that for you, which is brilliant, because it saves Chelsea having to also pay some of it, which when it comes down to actually sorting the contract out and sorting the legalities of it, it gets a bit difficult. So that was PSV, again playing in the Netherlands. A second option is Stoke City, now remaining in the Premier League. This season, in fact, they have signed Kurt Zouma on loan from Chelsea, which obviously you've played for him in the under-21 squad, and being sent out on Stoke was an odd one for me because I quite like him as a player. I think that he would have thrived under sort of this team at the minute being quite defensive with 5 at the back, but they have phoned me up, they've phoned Chelsea and tried to arrange a bit of a deal. They're going to offer you £10,000 per week, so Chelsea will have to subsidise the other £2,000 that you are contracted to. But they've also stated that they will pay you £250 every time you make an appearance. For Stoke, you will be a backup option yet again. They have got quite a few wingers, however, they lost Arnautovic to West Ham this season, so that could push you up maybe a little bit in the ranking order and the likelihood of you playing. If you sign permanently at the end of this contract, after 1 year again, so June 15th, 2018. This was an odd one because I've never actually had this for a player, but they said that they will subsidise you moving house, any travel costs and anything that you need for the first week of you initially signing for them. Now I know that these sort of deals are quite common, but I myself have never represented anyone that's had that option available. So they said they will purchase your house. I assume they'll give you some sort of range of where you can live. They'll give you a few offers, and if you don't want them offers and you don't want to live in them sort of areas, then you will have to purchase the house and rent a house, or move house yourself. They will subsidise the travelling costs, so from getting from London to Stoke, it's quite a way, it's quite a distance, not too much, not too bad. It's not like moving from Scotland all the way to down south or anything like that, but it's still a fair distance, so moving all of your stuff and everything can be a bit of a pain. And yeah, so that'll be after the 1 year signing. So basically, if you sign for Stoke today, we can sort that out today. It won't get finalised for another day or two, but they will subsidise you living down there for the moment. They will not subsidise any travel costs or anything you need while you're on loan. But if you then permanently sign a deal, which we will get to in June 2018, they will then subsidise the permanent house move, any travel costs, getting anything that you need down here, and stuff like that. Now we will talk about permanently signing for a club sort of at the end of next year, because there's a lot more contract information that needs to be going on in the background. Obviously how much you'll sign for, whether it's a free transfer from the club, whether it's a big money move or anything like that, and any increases in your wage and bonuses. Now the last offer we had was a very, very important one in terms of my opinion on things, because it's a great opportunity for you, because the other two clubs they've suggested you'll be a backup option, whereas this one has said you'll be a crucial player. They need you in that squad. They want you on loan, so just for 1 year. I think they have some form of transfer ban at the minute. I'm not entirely sure, you can't quote me on that, but they're not allowed to permanently sign anyone until June 2018 like the rest of the clubs have offered. Now this club is Vitesse. They are also a Dutch team. They play in the Netherlands. They are part of the Europa League at the minute. They didn't make it into Champions League squad, and I think they have a game tomorrow against Lazio. And currently, and I think this is a deal breaker for me, they have 3 players on loan from Chelsea at the minute, and 1 previous player that used to be signed to them on loan. So them 3 players are Matt Miazga, Charlie Colker and Mason Mount. Now all of them being quite youth players, such as yourself. I know you're very good friends with Mason. I remember you saying that last time you were here actually. He obviously went to Vitesse. It would be great for you to sort of go abroad. Playing in the Europa League is very, very good. If they want you as a crucial player, I can see you playing in that Europa League team, which again is very good for both you and your career at the minute. Chelsea have stated that they want you to gain that experience and that knowledge of playing at such a high level, and so I think playing in the Europa League will certainly give you the confidence and give Chelsea the confidence to then assess you and see where they can go from there. Now with this, they've offered the £12,000 a week wages, and so all the week's wages will be subsidised by the club. They've also offered an £800 goal bonus every time you score. Now that means if you score a goal, that's £800 added to your week's wages. So if you score a hat-trick, that's £2,400, so you're now up to £14,500 a week just for scoring a hat-trick on a weekend. I think that's brilliant. I think it's excellent, especially at your age. They've come to me and said that they've been looking for a versatile winger for a while, after having people like Lucas Piazon, who would play left wing, right wing and the central attacking midfield role. They never really had that stability of, I've got this person as a left winger or right winger. They had to sort of free-form players and hope that they could play well there. But yeah, I think that's a perfect opportunity for you to hit the ground running. You'll be in the first squad, and the contract with the club will only run until January. However, it's looking likely that this will be extended if you perform well. Obviously, if you get an injury, and they can say, no, we don't want to carry on, which again is good for you because you can come back to England, recover, and then go again, but hopefully you won't get injured. It will be extended until June the 15th, 2018. They can trigger that extension at any point between now and January. And it does look likely a lot of clubs do it. A lot of clubs have you on until January, just in case it doesn't go well. Then in January in the transfer market, they can look for a different player. But in your case, I assume they'll be triggering the extension pretty quickly when they see your talent. What does it say? It's looking likely that you'll be extended if you perform well and if you make an impact on the team's ambitions and title chances, because I know they've been a runner-up a fair few times in the past, and I think that this year they're looking to bolster that attacking option and really go for the title against PSV and Club Brugge. No, that's Belgium. Sorry about that. Yes, at the end of this one, however, there is a particular buyout option that they have set. Now, they've spoken to Chelsea in regards to this and myself. This means that the club can offer a set sum of money at the end of your loan spell, so either January or June, depending on whether they trigger the extension first or whether they just decide to buy you. This has been set at 4.5 million, which is ridiculous for a player of your age. I think that's fantastic. Saying you're only currently in the youth squad at Chelsea, to offer 4.5 million for someone like you, just it tells me that they can see your talent and they can see a future with you. But ultimately, you have the last say on whether you'll permanently join this club. If you want to stay till January and then they want to buy you and you aren't ready for that commitment, you want to stay at Chelsea, because again, I know you're a big Chelsea fan like myself and I'd love you to stay at Chelsea, personally. But I'm here for your career and what's best for you, not what's best in my interests. But again, we'll be able to talk about that when that contract arises. We'll be able to talk about contract renewals and the increase of wages, etc. Now, is there anyone that piques your interest in terms of them three? See, Stoke would be a good option, but it is a backup option. I can't see you playing very regularly, and I think that's why they've included the £250 appearance bonus, because they know that if it does entice you to come, you don't have to get that bonus until they decide to play you. See, that's where that underlying factor can lie. So they could just think, oh, we don't need to pay him. We don't need to pay him that extra bit of money. You will be on £2,000 or less per week in terms of at Stoke. Obviously, Chelsea will have to subsidise that for your sake. But I think it shows a bit of a lack of commitment from Stoke themselves, which is why I've sort of left it as sort of a littler option. PSV would be good. Again, they're in the Champions League, and I think that experience is brilliant. But again, you'll be a backup player, and I don't think you'll be played as often as other teammates, especially if, I don't know, something goes wrong. If you hit the ground running and you play and perform outrageously good, then yes, I can see you being in that squad. But being under the contract of only being a backup player is difficult, because you might get a bit frustrated, you might want to gain that experience, and the whole point of going out on loan is to get you experience. And I think if you're not getting that experience, it can be frustrating. You'll get homesick, obviously, or your family live in London like myself, and so again, it'll be difficult. So agreed, I think Vitesse is a brilliant option. They want you as their player. You'll be back with Mason. Obviously, you played outrageously well with him when I came down to watch a few of your games. Matt Miazga's still there. Yeah, the goal bonus, I think that's an excellent option, in fact. £800 just to score a goal. I wish I could do that for a living. With this, I forgot to mention, the Vitesse one is the only one that offers me some money in return for allowing you to sign. Now, again, that's very common in sort of this day and age of the world. Agents do get paid a fair bit of the commission. Again, I know you pay me wages of... Yeah, that's right, yeah. It's nothing compared to your contract at the minute, and I don't mind that, don't get me wrong, I don't mind that. I'm getting paid a decent wage per week. So, and I get commission based on you off my boss and my boss's boss, etc. Every time something good happens or the player's value go up, I get a bonus from these. Yeah. Like I said, I'm transparent. I'll be as honest to you as you are with me in terms of money and wages and stuff like that, because at the end of the day, I know everything, the ins and outs about your contract and how you're getting paid. I wouldn't expect you not to want to know the same information about me, because it's quite personal. But yeah, so they've offered me a £2,000 bonus if you sign, which I think is quite excellent in all honesty. You'll be getting that within, well, what, a day's work. You have to turn up for a day and you'll have that £2,000 yourself, so yeah. I know you're getting paid more than me, but you're a footballer, so what can I say? So I think Vitesse agreed. Outright, you can say no to anyone. You can say no to all three of these if you don't think that going out on loan is a good option for you. But no, Vitesse, yeah, okay. So I have the contract down here. If you just quickly sign, I felt like open a piece of paper. If you quickly sign just at the bottom here. Thank you ever so much. And I will get them documents sent off to Vitesse. I will be in contact with them later. And we will go from there. I'll give you a call and I'll let you know what's happening. Yeah, everything should be fine. I've agreed, I've currently looked into it for you because part of my job is, again, I'm responsible for you. One of my things is representing you any way, shape or form. And so, signing for Vitesse, I now know that I need to look at houses for you, job opportunities, not really job opportunities because you'll be playing for them, but any sort of experience days, stuff like that, because I know when you sign for a club, they like players to go and meet fans and really get to know the people that are supporting the club and any like partners with the club. And so I'll be setting those up for you. I'll be contacting your manager, your new manager at Vitesse, and your personal manager in terms of getting all that sorted. In terms of houses, what were you looking to sort of do? Were you looking to have quite a small house, live by yourself, sort of commute into the training every morning, or was you looking to maybe get in contact with a few of the players? Again, Mason's there. I know that when he signed, he purchased a house and he lives by himself at the minute. Now, if you'd like me to get into contact with Mason and send any sort of information over, I can. Yeah, because I'm sure you and him will be great housemates if that arrangement comes about. For the sake of this, I will have a look around. I'll have a look what sort of houses there are available and just make a bit of a short list on a few potential opportunities, and I'll let you get in touch with Mason, as long as I'll give you a phone call in, say, 2 or 3 days time. Once I've had a good look at it, once the contract's all sorted out and I've spoken to, their representative just to finalise everything. It can take a little bit of time, but hopefully we can get it done quite sharpish. But yeah, so congratulations on joining Vitesse. So, small house, if alone. Okay, or living with Mason. Apologies for that, we're having plumbing done. Yeah, so either living with Mason, I think that'll be a great opportunity for you. I know you are quite good friends. I'll try and get in contact with him for you. But yeah, thank you ever so much for coming in, thank you. And I will give you a phone call in 2 or 3 days. I'm glad everything went to plan. Thank you.